Hello, my name is Karen Hicks and I'm an independent Epicure consultant for Karen's party today. And I just want to welcome everybody. I am pre-recording this just because I have some other things on this evening. So anyways, I'm so happy that you have been able to join us. If you don't know anything about Epicure, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about the company before we get going here. And Epicure is a Canadian-based company out of BC. It's a mother and daughter who have started the company about 20 years ago. And they want to change plates, make them healthier, have people be able to make meals at home. It's more cost effective. You can control what ingredients are going in and know the quality of the food that you're having. So over 90% of the ingredients in Epicure products are non-GMO. They're ethically sourced and gluten-free. Everything in the catalog is gluten-free, nut-free, except there is coconut if you're from the US. There's low sodium products and sugar conscious products as well, and no preservatives, chemicals, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, none of that stuff. I did post a never ever list, I believe it was yesterday I posted it, in this party page, and it shows all the things that are not in Epicure products. If you have an allergen like dairy or wheat or corn, please send me a message and I can give you a list of what products contain which ingredients so you can better serve your family. Okay, so today we're going to be making Greek food, and this is one of my favorite foods. It's very healthy food as well, and just full of flavor, dills and lemon and all kinds. So we're gonna get started. First of all, I'm just gonna move my book here so I can read my notes. We're going to be making the pita chips because we're going to be making tzatziki sauce to go with our chicken souvlaki and our Greek salad. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I sent my daughter grocery shopping and I asked her to purchase pitas in the bag, but she bought the tortilla ones, which are thinner. You know, pitas are like double thick of these and they're better for Greek food, but that's okay. We're just gonna use what we have on hand. So to start out, I'm just gonna make two for now because my family is not eating a lot of carbs. So I've got two of them here on my cutting board, and we're just gonna mix up in a bowl. Where's my bowl here? Actually, we're not gonna mix it in a bowl because it's super easy. We're just gonna take some olive oil, sorry, and we're just gonna drizzle tiny, oh man, that's too much. Just a little bit on there. And then I'm just gonna use my silicone brush here to brush the oil onto the pita or the tortillas. And this will help to make them crispy. And I got a bit too much on that one, so I would recommend putting your oil in a bowl first, as we learned the hard way. All right, so just spread that around on your pitas, and then we're going to put a little bit of sea salt. Now Epicure has these great grinders, and so this is a herbed garlic sea salt, but there's a plain sea salt, there's sriracha smoked sea salt, there's all kinds, and they have a built-in grinder. So you just take the lid off and you can adjust the level of coarseness of your salt by just turning that little thing in there. And then when you're out of your salt, you can just undo it and you can purchase a refill so you don't have to buy the grinder again. Okay, so you can recycle it. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this herb sea salt on there. And that smells really good. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of the souvlaki seasoning from Epicure. And again, there's no fillers or anything in these, so just pure ingredients. So just sprinkle a little bit on there. You could put herb and garlic on these if you're having Italian food. We have an herb and garlic dip mix. So I only put like 1/4 teaspoon on here, okay? So there it is on there. And then if you've got kids in the kitchen, a little hack that you can use is our Kitchen Prep Pro scissors. These are nice and sharp. They're great for cutting up food. So kids like to cut pizza. This is a great way they can cut their own pizza. They can cut vegetables, they can cut chicken. Just gonna move this over. And I'm gonna be putting these pieces of pita on my quarter sheet pan, and this is a smaller sheet pan. We have a large or full sheet pan, which I will be showing you for our chicken souvlaki. But these are about half the size of the regular size sheet pan. And they're great because if you have a student or if you're cooking for one, it's much better size for the portions that you'll be making. You can also fit 2 of these sheet pans or the liners or the cooling racks onto one of the big sheet pans if you want to make something juicy on the one side like chicken, and you want to make something crispier on the other side like fries. And these cooling racks are great because all the grease goes down below, and then when you go to clean them, you just take off the cooling rack and you've got your silicone liner, and these will replace parchment paper. They're amazing. They're going to save you a ton of time. See the little lip on them? That prevents all the juices and everything from getting onto your nice sheet pan or quarter sheet pan. So this is the quarter sheet pan, and let me just show you the difference in size. So basically it's half the size of the sheet pan, the full sheet pan. And what I was talking about is you could put 2 of the little sheet pan liners, 2 of them side by side on here, and then you would have the separation with that little lip to separate the foods so that the juices aren't going together, or the flavors. Okay, so let's put this back on here. So I've got my oven set to 325, and I'm just gonna put these pita chips into the oven, and they're gonna cook for 10 to 15 minutes until they're crispy and brown. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, that's all set. That was fast. We also have, like, you can make your own nacho little chips like that with nacho seasoning on them, taco seasoning. And we have amazing poco picante salsa. We have guacamole mix. You can make all your own fresh toppings to go and to dip those into. All right, so now we're gonna talk about our sheet pan chicken souvlaki. So I have a bowl here of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I've just chopped them up. It's about 1.5 pounds in there. So that was about 3 chicken breasts, I believe. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice 4 bell peppers. So I'm actually only going to do 2 because my family is not so much into peppers. So I'm going to use our awesome Chef Pro knife here, Prep Pro Chef knife, sorry. It's a ceramic blade, and it comes with this guard, and these come in beautiful boxes. A nice black box with a foam inlay that looks really nice for a gift. So if you need a gift for a shower, a wedding, Christmas, you know, somebody who loves to cook, you know, somebody who's always got a dull knife in their drawers, go for it and get them one of these knives because they are just fantastic. They're really sharp. Now, do not use these though on something hard like a sweet potato or a squash, because ceramic blades are delicate, so they may crack or break. Not crack, but they may break. So, and just be careful with kids are going to be using them. They are very sharp. So I'm going to be dumping these into my chicken mixture. So I'm doing 1 yellow pepper, and I'm just going to quickly do a red one as well. This is my favorite way to cut a pepper so that you avoid all those seeds, is you just go around and then you're left with all of the seeds, so you don't need to be picking off seeds forever. Throw those in. Now you could put red onion in with this, you could put tomatoes, you can do whatever flavors you like of vegetables. This is just the recipe that was on my website, epicure.com, so I like to follow that one. Okay, so now we're going to, we've got those all in a bowl. We're going to make our seasoning for it. Sorry, I'm gonna move my book over here so I can see better. Okay, so let me get my bowl. These are cute little prep bowls. They're 1 cup size and they come with silicone lids. So the 1 cups come in a set of 4, and there's also a 4 cup bowl, which I'll show you later on. These are great for making ahead. Like I've got some things already prepped ahead in these bowls, and then you can store them in the fridge. You can make puddings and jellos in them. The lids seal, but they aren't good for taking in a lunch bag because the lid may come off because they're flexible with the silicone, but great for storing in the fridge. All right, so what we're going to do is put here 3 tablespoons of souvlaki seasoning from Epicure and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So what I'm going to use to measure is our 4-in-1 spice spoon. If you have Epicure, you need one of these. Tablespoon, teaspoon, and on the back is 1/2 and 1/4 teaspoon. So we're going to measure this out. It's better than having that set of measuring spoons that's always stuck together and it's impossible to wash because there's always 2 that are stuck together with food on them. Or you put them in the dishwasher and they don't clean. These can go in the dishwasher and they clean well. So there's our 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of souvlaki seasoning. Now I'm going to put 2 because I find, because Epicure is such potent, like pure spice only, no fillers, you don't need as much. Really, honestly, they're, just going to scoop this out. They are strong spices, like pure spice flavor. So often I just use a little bit less. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that up here. And we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I've just got 1 lemon. If you roll a lemon, it will actually loosen up some of the juices and you'll get more juice out of your lemon. So I'm just going to cut it in half. And I'm going to cut the back end of it off. And then we have a 2-in-1 citrus press, which is awesome. So if you have a smaller lemon or lime, you put it in the green part. If you have a larger one, like I do today, I'm going to be putting it in the top. And I put it face down like that. And you just close it and squeeze it into your bowl. Whoop, that's quite a bit. It's coming out of this. Is a juicy lemon. It must be fresh. I love using fresh lemon juice. If you don't have fresh lemon, of course, you can just use the kind that comes in the bottle at the store. So there we have it. Let's just mix it up a little bit. And then we're going to be putting this into our mixture of chicken and our peppers. So I'm just going to pour that in. These are great. You can make skewers as well with this recipe and put them on the barbecue or on a grill. So just mix this up. Make sure it's all in there. You can add salt if you want, but Epicure does have a lot of low sodium products, especially our chicken broth, which is called Nourish broth. Vegetable broth we have as well, and a miso broth. Or our taco seasoning is very low, and fajita seasoning is very low compared to the store-bought kinds. Okay, so all we're gonna do now that we've mixed it up is we're going to put it on our sheet pan, and this is the full-size sheet pan. And of course, it's got the liner on it, which has saved me so much money and so much time cleaning, because I hate it when something gets on there that's really gooey and then it bakes on and it's all hard and crunchy and you have to sit there forever trying to scrape it with steel wool, and then it wrecks your pan or it just looks awful because you couldn't get it off. So these are a lifesaver. All right, so just make sure that they're flat, spread out so they cook evenly. And this is smelling so good with that fresh lemon. Oh my goodness. So all we have to do, this is called the sheet pan meal, is you just pop it in the oven, and that's basically most of your meal, unless you're making rice or a side. So I'm just gonna put it aside until my pita chips are done. And I'm gonna wash my hands quickly since I was touching the chicken. Okay, so the great thing about this cutting board that I have here is it has a little feet on it, and I can just flip it over and the feet will keep whatever from sliding around on the counter. It's called the non-slip cutting board. It's not available anymore in the catalog, but it is part of the host special for next month, along with this exclusive teppanyaki sauce. It's a Japanese steak sauce. It's creamy. Oh, it's so delicious. And the Montreal chicken as well, and the beef and steak seasoning, which I use on everything. So that is at a discount of 40% off next month in July if you want to book a party. And then you get free products and half price products as well on top of that sale. And it helps Karen. So if you're thinking of booking a party, let me know before Karen's party closes Friday night so that she can get credit and extra products, and you can get an extra $20 of free products as well. Okay, next we're going to make our tzatziki sauce. So I told you we had a 4-cup prep bowl. So this is it here, and it comes with this purple silicone lid as well. So what we're gonna make for tzatziki is 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. I'm just gonna use another one of my little prep bowls. These things are handy dandy. I'm just gonna clean off my spoon here from this is my awesome 3-in-1 spice spoon. 3-in-1 spatula. Oh, there's so many names to remember. There we go. I don't want to contaminate my food here. All right, so 3-in-1 spatula is an amazing product. If you buy those big Costco jars of peanut butter or mayonnaise, you know how hard it is to get to the bottom of those? Well, these things are easy to reach down there because they're really long and skinny, or even like skinny jam jars and things like that. Fantastic tool. You can spread with it, you can scoop with it, all kinds of things. Okay, so we're gonna put 1 cup of yogurt in here. You can use plain yogurt. I'm using Greek yogurt for a little more protein. And we're gonna put a 1/2 cup of grated cucumber. Oops. So I've already got that here. I just peeled it and then I just used a cheese grater. And then we're going to put in 1.5 tablespoons of lemon dilly dip mix. So this is a fantastic dip mix. Most of our dips, you can make them all as regular dip for your vegetables, but you really don't need to. If you don't want to, you can also use it in other ways, such as on fish. Mix it in with a little bit of olive oil, put it on some salmon or other fish. It's delicious. The herb and garlic dip mix, a lot of people put into their mashed potatoes, or they make their own garlic bread with it. I think that's, a little bit of sea salt. So we're gonna use our salt grinder again here. Again, you can omit the salt if you don't want it in there. So this is a fast, easy way to make tzatziki. This is a big batch too, so you can always cut it in half. That's the great thing about Epicure, is you don't have to make a full batch. If you're only having enough for 1 person, just cut the recipe in half or a third or whatever. And there you go. Fast and easy, creamy tzatziki. Smells like lemon. It's so delicious. Just gonna put that aside, and it sounds like our pita breads are done. So let's check them out. I think they might need a couple more minutes. I only put them in for 10 minutes, and it said 10 to 15. So I'm putting them in another 5 minutes, okay? Last thing we're gonna make is our Greek salad. So, let's just grab our items here. We need cucumber, peppers. You can put, got some red onion just chopped up, about a 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna dump that in. And I've got some cherry tomatoes. I've already washed them in our collapsible strainer here. I'm gonna pop those in. You can cut them in half if you want smaller pieces. This is awesome. This thing pops down flat. And you can store it in a drawer. It's great for taking to the camper or trailer or whatever with you if you want something small and flexible. It can also be used to steam vegetables on top of your multi-pot if you have one of our multi-pots. So it's got different uses. Alrighty, so we're just going to quickly cut up our cucumber here. Now I have our wide peeler that just came out recently from Epicure. So I'm just gonna peel with that. This is fantastic. It's got a non-slip grip on it. Very sharp blade. It's got 2 ends where you can take out the little bad spots in your potatoes or whatever. You can slice cheese with this too if you want, like if you're making a Caesar salad and you want that really nice little shavings of Parmesan cheese, you can do that. Slippery stuff. You just get rid of these. Okay, so we're just gonna slice these up into pieces. salad. And then 1 pepper. So Epicure has meal solution packets, which are come in a set of 3 usually, depending on which meal you purchase. And the recipe is right on the back of them. Super easy to make. There's things like mac and cheese, there's tacos, there's enchiladas, there's pad thai, there's butter chicken, so many different stir fries, things like that. Super easy to follow because the recipe's right on the back. Usually you only have to add a couple of ingredients to the seasoning that you get in the packet. Some of them you can make in our steamers if you want to make raw ready in 20 minutes or less. Whoops, forgot to cut those. And I will show you the steamers later. If you're interested in the steamers, they can save you like 50 to 80% cooking time. You can bake with them. You can steam vegetables. You don't need to add any water in them. They lock in all the nutrients for you. Okay, so we've got peppers, cucumbers, red onion. I'm going to throw in some feta cheese. It's about 1/2 cup there. Okay, whoop. And I'm going to throw in some Kalamata olives that are already pitted. I hate getting an olive in my salad where it hasn't been pitted. It's the worst. It's like breaking your tooth. Whoop. Okay, we're going to make the dressing for that, and then we are all set. So last thing here is our Greek salad dressing. So this is an old jar, so forgive the old design on it, but this is Epicure's Greek dressing. They have Caesar, balsamic, Greek, sesame ginger, I believe, and I forget, I think there's another one. So we're just gonna make this up really quick. Where's my recipe here? 2 teaspoons of Greek dressing mix. So again, we're gonna use our 4-in-1 spice spoon. I'm just making a smaller batch as well than what's on the jar, but the recipe is on the jar, which is super handy. And there's often alternate ways to use the product on there as well. 1/4 cup of olive oil. Just gonna use another one of these, and they have measurements on them. So it's super easy to do. Oh, sounds like someone's calling me on my phone, on my watch. And then 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. And that's all there is. And again, make as much as or as little as you want of these items. You don't need to make a huge batch if you're only going to be having 1 salad. For Pete's sake, don't buy a whole thing at the store and let it sit in your fridge. And you know how you check it later on, like months later, you clean out your fridge and you're like, whoops, that one was overdue like 2 years ago. We have amazing coleslaw dressing and potato salad dressing that just came out as well. All right, so here's our dressing. And the awesome thing that I love to store my dressings in is the Epicure Cruet. This again is the old style, but it's similar in the new packaging. And there is a little funnel that you can get here. Let me just take our pita chips out before I continue. Okay, just gonna let them cool and throw in my chicken at 400 degrees while we're waiting here. And the chicken goes in for 15 minutes. So our pita chips that I've taken out of the oven here, they are crispy and smell delicious, and I can let them cool on the cooling rack here as well. All right, back on track. So here is the cruet with the funnel, which is super handy. I actually could have mixed it up in here, and I'm so silly I forgot to do that. But I can still pour it in if I'm very careful here. So yeah, that's the joy of doing videos, is sometimes you just forget and you do it wrong. But it's not really wrong, it's just a different way. All right, so there we go. And of course, if you mix it up in here or dump all your ingredients in, you can just shake it once you got the lid on and store it. Now this can be stored for up to a week. And we're just gonna pour that onto our salad. And this looks so good. Do you know how much money you're gonna save if you make your own meals at home? I know everybody's sick of making them during the pandemic because it seems like we're constantly making food because restaurants have been closed or only for takeout. But most of the servings in our meal solutions are like $2.50 to $3.50 per person, and if you went to a restaurant, this meal would cost you like $15 to $18 or more. You could throw some rice in with it too if you want some more carbs. Throw some of our chicken broth in with the water of the rice and some salt, and you have a delicious chicken rice as well to put with it. That looks amazing. Woohoo! Okay, so that was like 20 something minutes with me yakking and doing all that, and our chicken is just in there cooking. If I wanted to cook the chicken in a steamer, that would be a lot faster. We have several steamers. The most popular one, is the multi-purpose steamer, which is like a family-sized one. You can bake cakes, you can do lasagna, you can cook bacon, popcorn, meat, and vegetables, because it has a little tray in here that comes out. So if you put the meat on the bottom, put your tray in and put your vegetables or potatoes on top, and then put the lid on, you don't need to add any water. The only time you add water is if you're making rice or quinoa. So it has the steamer vents, and it locks in all your food, and it cooks it so much faster in the microwave. It's 100% food grade quality, of course, silicone, so it's not going to leach into your food. And I did post some info about microwave cooking, and these can go in the oven too if you don't want to do the microwave, but it'll be slower to cook. But the thing I love about this one is bacon. I put the bacon on the rack, and then when it's done in three or 4 minutes, depending on your microwave strength and how crispy you want it. And then when I take it out, all the grease is in the bottom, and I can just bend it and pour all the grease into my dog's dish, or pour it into a container to use for baking or whatever I want. So lots of sizes. There's a small mini one as well that's great for baking loaves. It's a rectangle one. If you're living on your own, cooking for one, it's perfect for seniors, for students. Probably gonna buy one for my son going to college too. Okay, so what I wanted to share quickly is how you can get these products. So I have posted a link, or I will be posting a link tonight before 9 o'clock, that has Karen's shopping link. So if you go on to that shopping link, just make sure her name is there as being the party host, then you're in the right place. So just put your order together, add everything to the basket that you want, or your cart, click on the cart, and you may have to fill out your information, of course, for shipping. That will be directly shipped to you. I've also posted the direct ship pricing on tonight on the page. And if you are in the area and you just want one or two things and you want to save a little bit on shipping, Karen has offered to have one group order be sent to her house, and you could pick it up from her and save a little bit on shipping. But if you're going to spend like $60, $70 on an order, it's almost the same to just have it shipped to yourself, and then you save yourself driving over to Karen's. Unless you want to visit Karen, then that's okay. So the Greek specials that we have on sale are the Good Greek Real Fast Meal Kit. So that comes with the sheet pan and the liner. That's the large sheet pan with the liner. The Greek dressing mix, a creamy garlic hummus mix, which I didn't show you today, the lemon dilly dip mix, Souvlaki seasoning, which we used a lot of today, and a lunch bag, and it comes with a digital recipe guide as well. That is $85.95 plus tax. If you don't need the sheet pan and liner, you can just get the food items, and that's $37.95. There's a Good Mexican Real Fast, and what's the other one? Is it Asian? I think it's a Good Asian Real Fast as well. So those you can look up. If you have any questions, let me know. And the other thing is there's a special for this month called What's for Dinner Collection. It's a 30-day meal collection, and it's got 15 blends and seasonings, and it's everything you need except for like the raw produce, of course, for 30 meals. It's got a menu set out, it's got meal plans, grocery lists, recipes, everything set out for you. So it takes the thinking away for 30 days. Like, who doesn't want that after this pandemic of cooking? It's equivalent to saving 4 different meal solutions, so you save some money. And also it's got the barbecue chicken and rib rub, which is brand new for the summer, and teriyaki dry glaze, which is amazing on salmon. The other customer special this month is called a Sesame Crunch Topper. It's not available in the catalog, but it is available while supplies last this month only. So you can sprinkle it on top of your like Asian food or protein bowls, chicken, stir fries, fish, that kind of thing. It's got sesame seeds, bell pepper, carrot, and onion in it. And there's a flash sale today or something coming special. Because I'm pre-recording it, I don't know what it is yet, but it's gonna happen at 6, so I will post that as well. And that's only probably gonna be available while supplies last, whatever it is. Almost done. 2 more things. If you wanted to host a party, please let me know before Karen's is done. I can send you the info without any pressure. I'm not gonna be like messaging you every day asking you to have this party, but I'd be happy to send you the info of what you can get for free and what the host special is. And also, if you are looking for a discount because you use so much of Epicure, I have done this several times. I bought the starter kit. It's 125 bucks Canadian plus shipping. You get over $250 of products. You get the big steamer. You get all kinds of things. You get the citrus press. Anyways, you get 25% off as your own personal discount. You can be the host and get all your own free stuff if your friends want to order from you as well. Or if you've lost an income. A lot of people have lost their jobs during the pandemic, and it can be what you want it to be. It can be a little part-time job. It's kind of what I'm doing, like a hobby / personal discount / little income. Or it can be a full-time figure. There's people making in the hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this job. Lots of support and no pressure. Again, I can send you the info, and I'm not gonna keep messaging you and messaging you. I'm not that kind of person. So anyways, can you please have your orders in by Friday night at 11 o'clock? If you need more time, just send me a quick message or Karen, and we'll see what we can do to help with that. But we really want Karen to be able to get the double hostess benefits that are on this month. So we need to get that order in ASAP. All right, thank you for joining me, and have a great night. There will be lots of posts tomorrow as well, so keep on checking out. And there's a prize draw tomorrow or Saturday, whichever day I get around to it. Every post that you comment on, you will get an entry into the prize draw, and it will be something from Epicure for free. So have a great night. Thanks, guys.